This marks the end of the winter semester in 2017, in which I completed English composition at the University of Delaware. Now, at the beginning of the semester, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to take this class. I was communicating with the English department head, hoping that they would accept my class and credits from a former school in which I had taken composition, and they told me that they would not. So during the first week, I was kind of bummed, not really into participating in the class too much, but as the week went on, I realized that I couldn't change anything, that I had to get involved, and that I needed to do well in this class to make sure that I wouldn't have to take it for a third time. So, as the syllabus was explained, as the course was explained, and I was told what was expected of me, the class piqued my interest and really made me interested in what lied ahead. The neat approach that Clayton Coleman took was with the blogs that we all had to create, and the fact that we had to write our assignments and then post them onto our blogs, and that everyone could see them if they chose to look at our blogs. Usually when you're in a writing class, you write your papers, you write your assignments, and they just go to the teacher. You don't get them back too often, and nobody else in the other class sees them. But with this course, it was different. You post all your stuff and it was public domain. Everyone was able to see it. So it was a little different. But different isn't always bad. You kind of had to put a little bit more effort into it because you knew other people would be reading it. Now, as far as the assignment that I thought was the most interesting, that was the identity politics essay. This one was something that really made me think and pushed me a little bit so that I could produce something that was interesting to me, but also would be interesting to others to hear about because it was part of a presentation. When this assignment was explained to the class, not everybody understood what was to be done. And that afternoon, I was meeting with Clayton Coleman to discuss the approach that I was going to take on the identity politics assignment as well as my research paper. And after about 45 minutes, I finally understood that there was no specific direction that I needed to take, but something that was important to me and that I felt is affected through the internet or some type of media in the interweb. So it was interesting because there wasn't a strict, specific way that this assignment had to be carried out. So a lot of students don't really know how to deal with that. I was one of them. However, I did the assignment and it was pretty neat. And what I thought was really great was when my group got together to discuss what angle we were going to take, a couple of the group members didn't really know what they wanted to do. So as I explained my direction that I was taking, a couple of my group members decided that they were going to do something that was somewhat related to mine, which was bullying, and was the internet increasing bullying, or did it not have an effect on it at all? And once they had created their essays and projects and we had combined it all together, it was a nice, fluid, understandable, interesting project. And I thought that was pretty neat. That was my favorite one. There was one assignment that I didn't like too much, because it just wasn't too effective, was one where our groups had to get together, we had to read an article, and then answer a few questions about that article. And when we all had our computers in front of us and we were writing our answers on the Google Doc, there just wasn't a lot of teamwork or camaraderie in this assignment. Our group worked well together, but for this assignment, the desired outcome from Clayton, I just don't think was really there. I had discussed this with him. It just felt like if one person didn't do the work, then the stronger people would make up for it. And the weaker person would still get the good grade that the rest of the team members got. So I feel like that was not the best assignment, and that one could be altered. I feel like my writing has improved. I am thinking more about the audience that I'm writing towards, and one thing that I was having issues on with my research paper was run-on sentences, and I was able to overcome that. I really liked the peer review process with in the beginning of the research paper, which we had to write a word inside a bubble, make 3 branches, write 3 other words, and then write a question. Then we would hand it to other classmates, and we would take somebody else's paper. I thought that was really great. It allowed for people who may have had a roadblock or a mental block, not sure which direction to take if they were stumped. It allowed for outside eyes and outside opinions to create new ways, so that if you didn't know which direction to take from where you were, it gave you plenty of different options. I thought that was an excellent assignment and an excellent